Hey, so I've come to a realization recently. I think handheld gaming has gotten to a point where genuinely I can't go back. I'm a handheld goblin now. You could offer me a $2,000 gaming computer and I would still be asking if I could play it on my patio. And today I want to talk about why handhelds, and yes, emulators, have taken over the way that I play video games, my free time, and the way that I just interact with media in general. Handhelds aren't just consoles. They're nostalgia boxes. They're almost therapeutic. And sometimes, well, sometimes they're illegal, depending on the ROM. But not gonna be here to talk about that today. Emulation lets me put every single game that I grew up with into one tiny compact little container. And the greatest part is I could play it all my way. Let's be honest here. Handhelds are the purest form of video game nostalgia. It's because when you're a kid, you're broke. You don't got no money. Can't afford an expensive gaming computer. But what you do have is a Nintendo DS and a copy of Pokemon Black on it. Handhelds were simple. There were no graphics discourses. There were no sizable day one patches for releases that should have been fixed before they even launched. And there's no battle passes being forced down our throats. Just plug it in, play whatever's on that cartridge, and have fun. Every time I boot up a Game Boy emulator or load up a PlayStation 1 ROM on a modern device, it's like unlocking this weird emotional memory from the most distant places of my mind, and really makes me think, why does the Pokemon music still take me back to a much simpler time in my life? Why does the DS startup sound still raise the hairs on the back of my neck? Not gonna lie, I never had a PlayStation Portal, but that shit always looked sick as hell. But, got one now. Take that, me. Emulation basically lets me travel back to whenever I want, and that's addicting. It's a type of portable escapism, and emulators take that and basically go, hey! What if we made your Nintendo Switch able to run everything that Nintendo refuses to sell you? All of a sudden, your Nintendo Switch becomes a DS, becomes a Game Boy, becomes a PSP, even an Android device if you're really delusional or wild enough. No online subscriptions, there's no shareholders, there's no waiting on the 14th remaster or release of the same game that you've already bought. Yes, I'm talking to you, The Last of Us. Yes, I'm talking to you, Call of Duty. Yes, I'm talking to you, Madden. Yes, I'm talking to you. Oh my god, there are so many companies doing this. And we as consumers just let them get away with it. Why?
Handheld gaming is a unique form of freedom. Freedom from unnecessary connection. Freedom from being confined into one space. Freedom from corporations holding you hostage while force-feeding their slop.
I was just looking for the sports channel, Gary.
It allows you to carry a work of art in your pocket or bag and interact with it in a way that no other form of media directly compares. With handhelds, you could lay down, you could sit upside down, you could play on a plane traveling across the entire globe, you could ignore your unceasing responsibilities in new and exciting locations, and most importantly, you could use it when you feel like you just need a few minutes to yourself and just relax. There's something so satisfying about tinkering with these little emulators. Setting up a handheld emulator device is like building shitty furniture you bought on Amazon, except you actually feel proud at the end and don't have lower back. You find a suspicious sounding app on your Android device, you tweak a setting, you download this weird plugin from a forum that looks like it was made in 2008, and all of a sudden, you could finally launch Stardew Valley. Even though I already have it readily available on 10, yes 10, I counted, other devices that I own. Also, let's be real, There is no dopamine hit stronger than getting a game to run at all on a device that absolutely should not be capable of doing. These handhelds almost make you feel like you're solving the final piece of the puzzle, even if you still don't fully understand the language. With modern gaming, here, you could play this one game for $70. Also, the DLC, it's another $30. Also, there's a battle pass for this game. Also, fuck you, you have to pay us to play online. With emulation, here are 7 billion games on a corrupted SD card. Have fun, go wild. These handhelds let you rediscover games that you missed out on, games that were never released in your home country, and games that were so weird even at the time, they probably shouldn't exist. But I'm glad they do. And the greatest part is that it's all right there, in your pocket, on a device the size of a Pop-Tart.
Handheld gaming is all of the comfort, nostalgia, convenience, freedom, and chaos all rolled into one little device about the size of your smartphone. And emulation on top of that, it's even better. It gives us access to these games' history that these companies honestly should have been doing years ago. So yeah, that's why I love handheld gaming so much. Not because it's trendy or cool, not because it's perfect in any way, because there's so many flaws with this industry, but because it helps me reignite with the same passion I had for video games like I was a kid again. And because I could play Pokemon Emerald in bed at 2 a.m. like a reasonable person. I mean, come on. So, if you love this form of media the same way that I do, and you're just looking for an excuse to go buy yourself another handheld that you don't need, well, first of all, don't do that. Don't do that. Play the games you already have in front of you. Yes, I'm talking to you, me. So yeah, just play the games you already have and have fun.
The world's loud and overwhelming, and everyone wants a piece of your attention. But when I'm out here playing something I love from my own piece of history, it's like I get to reconnect with that version of myself I don't always have time for. Handhelds make the world feel smaller, brighter. Anyway, I'm Delta. I'll see you around.
Tom, what you think about that dumbass video, bro?
What the hell?